There are few things in this world crazier than a freaking prison riot. Prison riots are a crazy, crazy thing, guys. I'm talking about crazy. It's like one of the few places on earth where like medieval combat is still a thing. Okay? And I know people say that riots in the street are that way, but it's even more like that. It's even more primitive in prison. It's a scary thing, okay? It's not a fun thing. What sucks the most about it is just how little control you have. You're going to lose. There is no winning in a prison riot. Everybody's going to the box. Everybody's getting gas. Best thing you can hope for is to like not totally get a ton of that orange in your eyes. To not get all that gas stuff in your eyes, and to kinda hopefully make a statement against whoever you need to make a statement against. I've seen anti-authority riots against the guards, like what happened at Home CI. What happened at Home CI made the news, by the way. I was there when that happened, okay? That was crazy. And then I've also just heard stories of riots, and they happen over the weirdest things, okay? Like, there was a riot over pumpkin cake at Thanksgiving. I want to say this was at Lake Butler that this happened at, but I'm not exactly sure. Riots can happen over weird stuff, okay? They really can. The weirdest stuff, things that you don't really care about in the day-to-day world, are things that inmates will riot about, because it's a big deal to an inmate, you know? Like something like pumpkin cake on Thanksgiving. There was a situation where, like, the dorm that was like a program dorm that was full of child molesters, they ended up accidentally knocking down the cart with the pumpkin cake, so the pumpkin cake went all over the floor, and that was the last bit of pumpkin cake they had. And so they're like, no, we want pumpkin cake. And they started rioting, and the administration of the prison was like, okay, look, we'll give you brownies or whatever, we'll make you whatever. They said, no, we don't want brownies, we want pumpkin cake. So what do you do when the inmates are making a demand that, like, you literally can't even fulfill the demand? There's no way. I heard a rumor that they finally went and got pumpkin cake from somewhere and gave it to all the inmates. But man, it's weird that actually causes riots. There's usually more than that builds up to it. Okay? Usually whatever you think they're rioting over is actually like the straw that broke the camel's back. So at Home CI, the reason there was riots, okay? So we hadn't been to canteen in over a month, but they were doing stupid harassing inspections. Man, we fucking tied the doors shut. They had to come and cut the doors off. And this is actually part of the reason that they started bolting down the bunks, because we had turned the bunks into a pillbox. Like, we literally had the bunks lined up like the trenches of World War II, to where like you have to go through a maze. You know, actually it's more like World War I. You know how like World War I, there's like trench warfare? Well, we had built trenches basically out of the freaking, basically out of the bunks, okay? We used them as barricades, and then you had like hallways we made out of bunks, to where when they came in, it'd be like, you know, we'd have the high ground and you'd be attacked. They'd be stuck in a trench, and you'd be attacking them from the outside of the trench, okay? That's literally like how they set the bunks up, because they knew the guards would eventually be able to come in, so they had like a pathway, and the path of least resistance was like an attack zone. It was pretty crazy, right? And so this was part of the reason that the bunks are actually bolted down now, is because of what happened while I was at Home CI. I was in a historical riot at Home CI, and believe it or not, this was actually my first time in prison where I barely did any time. This was not when I went back on the violation of probation. This is actually like, I had like a week left in prison when this happened. And me being the stupid little young guy that I was, you know, I was kind of a knucklehead back then, and I thought it was funny. So I was helping them arrange the bunks and all that. I'll freely admit, I was aiding and abetting the shit. They had jumped up and went through the ceiling paneling, and they went through the ceiling paneling, and they went underneath the ceiling, where the ceiling panel is. They crawled up into the roof structure or whatever, where the insulation was, and they went into the officer station. So the officers ended up getting out of the officer station. They stole their cigarettes, they were using the computer, they were eating their lunch, so they took all the lunch from the officers. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, prison riots are crazy, okay? I've seen some crazy stuff. I saw the Zoes and the Bloods have like a riot one time. I've seen gang riots. I've seen people really go through it. I've seen business deals between two gangs go wrong, and they go at it. That was truly the most terrifying experience. The Home CI one was fun and exhilarating at first until they came in with the beanbag gun. When they came in with the beanbag gun, it wasn't fun anymore. So again, even if you, that's another thing. In the inmates versus guards scenario, the most dangerous part is when you think you're having fun. That's when shit actually starts to go wrong, usually. Right around the time you start having fun is the time they come in with this big thing that looks like a damn, I don't know what it is. It looks like a pressure washer, but they're pressure washing you with tear gas. And then they come in with the beanbag gun, and they'll start popping people, bro. It's no joke in there, okay? It's not a game. So they come in with the riot shields and the beanbag guns, and man, that gets the job done. I tell you, that's how I became a fan of the less lethals and stuff, because I saw it work in prison, okay? That's why I like the less lethals and the saber launchers and stuff, because I saw it work in there. It worked. And pepper ball guns and stuff like that. That stuff stops riots in prison. And if it worked in there, I figure it'll work out here. That's why I'm such a big advocate of it for felons, because, I mean, we saw it work in prison. So I think it's a pretty viable self-defense option against humans and dogs and animals or whatever the hell. That's why I'm a big proponent of the pepper ball stuff. Guys, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. By the way, I sell cool tactical camouflage products. This is one of my Urban Splinter series ones, and these rash guards are great, okay? It is print on demand, so it takes you a little bit of time to get them, but this is thick. It's better than anything you get at Walmart. It's better than Realtree, and I do have those hunting camo patterns. If you hit the bell icon, just know I'm blowing up your feed. I'm letting you know ahead of time, so don't hit the bell icon unless you think I've earned it, but otherwise, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Guys, see you on the next one. Jordan Jareb, signing off.